Whose is it anyway? Mastering English questions. Hello, language learners. Welcome back to our series on conversational English. Today, we're focusing on one of the key question words, whose. Specifically, we're diving into some practice activities and error correction exercises to make sure you're using whose like a native speaker. Ready? Let's get started. Before we jump into the exercises, let's quickly recap what whose is all about. Remember, we use whose when we want to find out who something belongs to. For example, whose coat is this? Here, we're asking who the coat belongs to. Now, let's take a look at some of the common errors people make when using whose. One of the most common mistakes is confusing whose with whose. Remember, whose is a contraction of who is or who has, whereas whose is a possessive adjective. So if you say, whose coat is this? It doesn't make sense because you're essentially saying, whose coat is this? It's time to put your knowledge to the test with some error correction exercises. I'll read a sentence, and you'll have to identify whether it's correct or not, and if it's incorrect, correct it. 1. Who's you going to the party with? 2. Whose books are these? 3. Whose jacket is that? Take your time with these. Once you've identified the errors, we'll go over them together. Moving on, let's try some sentence transformation exercises. These will help you practice not only using whose correctly, but also adjusting your sentences to sound more natural. I'll provide a sentence, and you'll have to rewrite it using whose. 1. The pen that belongs to you, is it this one? 2. I don't know the person this hat belongs to. 3. Can you tell me to whom this scarf belongs? Give these a shot, and we'll go over the answers together. That's all for today's video, language learners. I hope this practice session with whose has been enlightening and useful. Keep practicing these exercises at home, and you'll be asking, whose is this? Like a native speaker in no time. As always, stay curious and keep learning. See you in our next video.